Hi Korea! I'm so happy to be here with you and guide you into the fascinating world of the music of Django Reinhardt and what we also know as Gypsy Jazz. I'm Yaakov Hoter. I learned from the best Gypsy Jazz players in the world, including Bireli Lagrene and Stockel Rosenberg and Fabi Lafertin, and I will be very happy to share with you all the insights I've learned regarding this style. And the first thing you need to know is what it means to play Gypsy Jazz. What is Gypsy Jazz? So first of all, Gypsy Jazz is a style of music which is based on the playing of the legendary Django Reinhardt. Django Reinhardt was an amazing guitarist, amazing jazz guitarist. He didn't even know that he's playing Gypsy Jazz. He just played jazz music together with the violinist Stefan Grappelli, and they made beautiful jazz music. Years after Django died, because he was a gypsy guy from the gypsy tribes, which known as Manouche, or the gypsies of the Sinti in Europe, they learned his music. He became their hero, and they played exactly the way he played. Now Django played with only 2 fingers most of the time, because he got burned in a fire in his caravan. So these 2 fingers was a little bit handicapped, so most of his solo are with 2 fingers. Now the gypsy people who followed him from his tribe played his solos with 2 fingers, with the same guitars like this one, the same type, Selmer type guitars like he used. And then we started to hear the style of Gypsy Jazz, which is based on the music of Django Reinhardt. But if you really want to improve your jazz playing, I would really recommend to send you to listen to Django and his solos, which are amazing, musical. All his solos are like a completely new improvisation, which are so fun to listen to. So Gypsy Jazz is a term that used to describe a music style that is based on the music of Django Reinhardt. And what does it mean, the music of Django Reinhardt? We mentioned the guitar and also the accompaniment playing that we know as La Pompe. So the accompaniment playing is come to be instead of the drums. Because drums in jazz, the basic drum is tss, 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 and the basic rhythm, the basic rhythm of La Pompe comes to imitate a little bit of the drums, but it also gives a lot of the amazing fire of gypsy music. Some elements here in this basic accompaniment that I played that are not part of the regular thing that you heard before in jazz, and some elements that Django added from the tradition that he came from the fire of gypsy music. The same with the picking. Django is playing in a picking method that calls the rest stroke picking, and this is the best method to play when you want to get the most of your acoustic instruments. It's a rest stroke picking, so it means that instead of playing the alternate picking that most player plays when they just play down up, down up, where the picking comes from the wrist, the rest stroke picking comes, the downstroke comes a lot from the elbow, and you rest on the string below. And then you get the unique flavor and sound of getting into the strings, and you get all these flashy licks with the chromatic scales. that sound like taka 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 taka, sounds so strong and vivid when you can give each note a unique pick movement which get very percussive, or the Gypsy Run, which is a long run based on the phrases that Django played, or this Django wasn't educated. He didn't know a lot about music theory at all. He saw for each chord a few simple shapes which make it easier to see the fingerboard and improvise over these simple shapes. So there is a lot to talk about arpeggios and the triad shapes that are the building blocks of your playing. Now, I learned in college and in a music academy, and we learned a lot about scales and modes, and to be honest with you, it was a little bit difficult for me to see how to create beautiful music with all these scales and modes. What I found myself playing the scale up and down the strings, and sometimes there was not a lot of music inside, only notes and notes and notes following my fingers. By learning the music of Django, I realized that when you concentrate on less notes, you can be more musical. So if you have only a few notes, you can play around the notes, trying to extract the hidden melodies within each shape. So again, I'm very happy to be here and show you all the amazing elements that we can take from Django's music, if it's the fire in the accompaniment, the fire and in his solos with the fast licks, the crazy energy, the picking, and how to reduce the things that you think about when you take a solo, so you can enjoy your solos more and help you to be more creative. Looking forward to seeing you in the next videos. Cheers!